Today I'm going to walk you through how to unbox and assemble the Michael Blast Ponyboy. It's a straightforward process that only requires a few basic tools, and you have this beauty ready to ride in about 20 minutes. Let's dive in. First things first, let's get the Ponyboy out of the box. It's packed in there nice and secure, so the easiest way is to fully open up the box. But if you're like me and enjoy a bit of a challenge, you can always pull it out from the top. Just remember to grab the accessory box inside before you toss the packaging. Once you've got everything out, start by removing the plastic cover. Next, you'll need to detach the front wheel by cutting the zip ties. Set that wheel aside for now. Now, let's move on to attaching the handlebar. You'll need a 4mm hex key for this. Begin by removing the stem cap. Position the handlebar carefully, making sure not to twist any cables. Once the handlebar is in place, reattach the stem cap and loosely tighten the 4 screws diagonally. We'll fine-tune the handlebar position later. Next up is installing the front wheel. Start by removing the brake caliper spacer. Then, take off the 2 nuts from the axle and remove the fork spacer. Carefully slide the wheel into place, being mindful of the brake rotor. Insert the locking washer into the small hole in the fork, then screw the nuts back on and tighten them firmly with a 15mm wrench. Make sure the bolts are tightly secured and the wheel is firmly in place. Give the wheel a spin to make sure it's moving freely. Now, let's check out what's in the accessory box. Inside, you'll find the Ponyboy user manual, a set of plastic pedals, a headlight extension screw, a cool keyring, and the battery charger. Pedal time. The pedal marked L goes on the left side. Screw it in by hand counterclockwise, then tighten it with a 15mm wrench. Do the same for the right pedal, but screw it in clockwise. Once you've got the pedals on, remove all the protective foam. Then, hop on the bike to adjust the handlebar position for your ideal riding posture and give those screws a final tighten. Michael Blast offers some great accessories for the Ponyboy on their website. To install the rear rack, remove the 6 screws from the frame using a 4mm hex key. Slide the rack into place. Attach the 2 rear screws loosely. Then add the 4 lateral screws. Once everything's aligned, tighten all 6 screws firmly. For the front rack, it's a similar process. Remove the 4 screws from the fork. Position the rack and screw everything back in place. The basket can be used on either the front or rear rack, and the release mechanism is super handy. To install the foot pegs, first, remove the plastic covers from the nuts. Use an 18mm wrench to take off the nut. Position the foot peg, and add the washer and tighten the nut back on securely. Make sure the peg stays in your desired position as you tighten it. Remember, don't remove the nuts from both sides at once. Finally, let's install the thumb throttle. Start by loosening the display with a 2mm hex key and sliding it to the side. Position the throttle on the left side of the handlebar and tighten it using the same hex key. Then, move the display back to its original position and secure it in place. Open the cable organizer and remove the cable cap. Align the arrows on the connectors and plug them in. After that, replace the spiral cable organizer with the throttle cable inside. Close the zipper and you're all set. Double check that all the screws are secure, inflate the tires, and make sure everything is running smoothly. Now you're all set to hit the road and start enjoying your brand new Michael Blast Ponyboy. Thanks for watching and happy riding!
I'm a simple man, I wait from